Hi friends, and welcome to the Sami Show. Love is in the air, and today's show is full of love. We're talking about loving yourself, loving others, and loving where you live. We're kicking off today's show by adding some sparkle to your day while also erasing and replacing self-limiting labels. Then we'll explore some unique Nashville date ideas for Valentine's Day and beyond. I'm also getting back in the kitchen to make a delicious and anti-inflammatory burger recipe. And finally, I'm catching up with one of my favorite children's book authors to uncover what we all can learn from within the pages of his latest bestseller. So get ready to open your minds and hearts, because you're about to learn something new about yourself and those around you while feeling great doing it.
From the News Channel 5 Network, this is the Sami Show, sponsored by Soundwaves at Gaylord Opryland.
Loving others starts with understanding God's love for us and first applying it towards ourselves. Today's superstar guest, Sumpter, is going to bring the sparkle and help us erase and replace those self-limiting labels that plague so many of us. Diana, you're here. I'm excited you're here. I knew I had to start the show off with you because you do. You just bring so much energy and enthusiasm and love. How can we embrace it in our own lives?
Well, really just kind of following your example. Can I tell you how excited we have prayed over this for Sami for a long time, and I love the difference that you're making in people's lives. And you know, really, as we sat down and talked about coffee, it was the labels that we tell ourselves, the things that have happened in our past and the things that people have said to us and our experiences. You know, those start changing the way we see ourselves.
Right.
Whenever a thought is there long enough, then it becomes a label, and then that's how we start to see ourselves, and then it becomes a filter, and then it really impacts all of our choices that we're going to make.
Well, and you say we can't start loving others until we love ourselves.
Right.
So what are some of those things that we can do just at the basic level so that we can start loving ourselves better?
Absolutely. I think part of it is just to be able to capture your thoughts. It's, you know, in the Bible it talks about in 2 Corinthians, capture every thought. And so what I kind of picture ourselves doing is if you could ever just stop long enough and listen to the background noise. It's called a second conversation. So whenever I say, oh my gosh, I see you being the next, you know, I don't know if I can say other people's names, but like, you know, Oprah. And so I don't know if I can say it. I'm a guest. They can't kick me off.
This is Oprah's first studio.
Exactly. Well, there it is. That's where it starts. But like whenever I say that, so depending on what that second conversation in your head is, if you're like, yes, I can see that, then what you're going to do is you're going to attract all of that to you, and you're going to go do that. Versus if I say, oh my gosh, Sami, I see you as the next Oprah, and that second conversation, that label starts to kick in, and you're like, oh no, not me, that people don't know about me, then what you do is you push away the people, you push away the opportunities. So you have to really stop and listen to that second conversation, and then do what I call as an erase and a replace.
Okay, yeah, because there are some really common labels, right? What are some of those common labels that we can erase and replace?
One of the biggest ones right now, it drives me crazy, and that is, I'm so busy, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm just like, oh, I mean, like if you could put a big V on your chest and say, oh my gosh, I'm such a victim. I think, you know, to erase and replace that. I mean, so when you're feeling that way, I mean, just take a deep breath and say, wow, so blessed to be in demand, right? Because there's a lot of people that are very lonely that they wish somebody could see them, is one. Another big one is, you know, I failed, or I'm failing, or anything like that. And so what you do is you erase and replace. And remember a time in your life that you did not fail. Remember that everything in your life is not winning or losing, it's winning or learning. And so that if you're slowing down, it is because God is preparing you for more. And so that God is preparing you to be able to handle what's on the other side. So this lesson here is not...
You've got 3 doors, that 3 choices we can make every morning, 3 doors we can walk through. Quickly tell us about those.
Sure, and that's a great lead-in. You're pretty good at this. Thanks, you know, you're so good. I think you've done this before. So like we were talking about the second conversation, the land of the lazy. So every morning you get up, there's 3 doors. There's the land of the lazy, and those are the people that just hang around, and you know, they're always whining, they're always behind, all of those kinds of things. Most people, however, spend their time meandering in the maze of mediocrity. And this is where they just kind of, they're procrastinating, and
a little cuter.
A little cuter there. And I always just talk about, you know, procrastination is the poison to a peaceful life. And the more that you're around these people, see, that's what impacts your legacy. If you're choosing these 2 doors, that's who your kids and your family are. And
let's get to that guy.
And just so you know, on this one I wore once, and then I decided it's officially a prop. And so this is the land of excellence, and this is your choice to step through that and to really change the way that way that you process the way you see yourself, and to eliminate people out of your life that maybe aren't as all in on you as they should be.
So much we can talk about. You've got a poem that you wrote. I want you to read that because I think this is really going to help them. Would you do that for us,
Absolutely, I
please?
sure will. And by the way, for those who don't go along with you, just wipe their name off your board, say bless their little heart, and then you squirt yourself with glitter. Because you cannot be sad or mad if you're covered in glitter. So there's that. Okay,
Love
good.
it.
And so this is a poem that my husband and I wrote, and I would love this for every one of y'all to have it on your mirror. And it is, I am part of the Fellowship of Excellence. I've stepped over the line. The decision has been made. I won't give up, shut up, let up until I've stayed up, stored up, paid up, and prayed up. I won't look back, let up, slow down, back away, or be still. My past is redeemed. My presence makes sense. My future is secure. I am finished and done with low living, colorless dreams, small vision, cheap living, and dwarf goals. I now live by faith, lean on His presence, labor by power, and live by prayer. I cannot be bought, compromised, detoured, lured away, turned back, diluted, or delayed. I will not flinch in the face of sacrifice, hesitate in the presence of fear, negotiate the table of the enemy. I will no longer meander in the maze of mediocrity. From this day forward, when you see us, you will see women of excellence. Thank you for your time.
I claim it.
Yay!
I love it. Okay,
Yes.
I know people are going to want to know where to get that. We'll go ahead and link that on the SamiConeShow.com.
Yep.
Your book, where can people find stuff out of the box?
Either DianaSumpter.com. They can also get the poem there, or Amazon, or Barnes & Noble. Yep.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you are charged up as much as we are, Diana. I love you. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you.